Okay, today we are going to discuss about that important one is a mid-server installation. So yesterday we discussed about the starting of the introduction of a mid-servers, like a so not the mid-servers. What is the ITOM? So information technology and operations management. What kind of the operations management can involve that, like a discovery. So mid-servers as well as like a sensors and probes are there, like a schedule discovery is there, and as well as there is a event management, orchestration, service mapping. Everything will be there in your ITOM. But each and every area, if you want to just use the any kind of the like a orchestration side, so you can use the mid servers, Akin, and as well as the CMDB side also you can get the. We are using the mid server installation is very important because without mid server installations we cannot do any kind of issue, just like a I need not to get any kind of the information from the third party applications. Creating the data is ready to just so receiving from the third party applications means first of all you need to install your mid servers in your local machine. So if you install your mid servers in your local machine, so then it can ready to fetch the data from the third party applications. That is very easy. Okay, so that's why what I'm going to say that the mid server is very important in this ITOM side. Like a so orchestration we can use. That is a next one is the service mapping, dependency views. So okay, discovery, CMDB, whatever it may be. If you use any kind of the module in your ITOM, okay, so any kind of application, each and everyone every application can use the mid server installation only. Okay, so then we'll go with a yeah. So in a required service no plugins are there. So what kind of the service no plugins we require to use a mid server, because we need to install a mid server in our local machine. So for example, I'm using my laptop. Okay, right. So in my laptop, I need to install mid server first. So the plugin we need to install. But the good thing is so after Room version. So Room version and next one is a so San Diego and Tokyo and Utah version. These are all versions the predefined. So out of the box already the mid servers are just installed and it is just coming with a so personal developer instance. We no need to install again. Okay, so that's the reason. So we can use this is the mid servers are using in our area. Okay, so that's the reason you can see here and what kind of the operating systems we required. So for example, if any we are using there is a old versions and old operating system we are using means that is so difficult. Okay, so that's the reason at least the Windows 2003 and above. So 2003 or 2008 and 2012, whatever maybe these any Windows operating systems we can use, and not only the Windows operating system, if you use the Linux server, so it is also good. Okay, so there's a 2003 or 2008 means that is a advanced operating system. So recently, what operating system is this running in our nowadays? So that operating system is somewhat better. So old operating systems is not so suitable to install your mid server because so technically you are going to face a problem while installations are while running a mid server. So that is a little bit problem with you. So with this particular so 2000 below 2003, so you will get some little bit problem is the technical issues. So that's why, and you can see that what kind of the configuration we required for your system. So at least 4 GB of available RAM with a minimum 500 MB disk space. So this is very important because sometimes some people just in my students also they are using the old computers like a normal computers, desktops they use, and they don't have RAM is a 4 GB value. So then it is not running properly. That's why I'm going to inform that. So at least 4 GB of available RAM and as well as 500 MB of disk space. So then it is suitable for to configure your mid server in your local machine. So that is the one. And what kind of the roles are required? So that roles are required. There is a mid server role. So that is very important. So mid server role is very important. So because without having the any role, so mid server role, for example, I don't have mid server role, so it's not possible to use this. So mid server. Okay, that's the reason. At least mid server, or otherwise, if you have any admin role. Okay, fine. So admin role is nothing but whole and soul boss. So very nice. So you can use the admin role also. But particularly if your organization is using this mid server, means for example you don't have that permission for the admin role. So you are not an admin. That's why at least if you want to use this mid server, then you can, if you have the chance to get a role of your mid server role, if you will get it, then you can ready to install the mid servers, as well as if you are ready to just run the mid server, everything you can do it. Okay, so without delay, I'll show how to install mid servers and how to validate and everything I'll do so easily, right? And so this is my new personal developer instance. I didn't activated any plugin. Okay, because it's actually so yesterday only we just so we received that the PDI. Okay, so that's why once you see, I'm ready to check that is a where the mid servers are present or not. So simply I'm going to type in this left navigator. So simply you can type there is a mid servers. Okay, see that if I type there is a mid, then automatically mid server is there, installation or instructions will be there, downloads will be there, servers were there, server issues are there. For example, I need to check that, I need to just click on servers. So we'll see. So maybe if any mid servers are available, till now we didn't have any is visible. So no mid servers are present here. But I want the mid servers. I need to install the mid servers. So that is very, very important, right? Okay, for this reason, I'll go to the mid server and simply I'll go to the downloads because I need to download that. So a mid server, there is a configuration files and everything. So that's why you can simply click on the downloads button. So you can see, so you will get that the Windows downloads are there, Linux downloads are there. So that too, and 64-bit computer. If you have 64-bit computer, then only it will possible to download it. Okay. So and Linux is also there, and these are all the different type of mid server suitable for your operating systems, like a Linux RPM, like a 64 bits and 64-bit signatures, like this. So, which you want to just select as per your Windows machine. So you can check your Windows machine capability and see what is the operating system you are using in your local machine. As per the requirement, you can download it. If you just simply click on this area, click on this download, then automatically it will download it. If not, for example, I'm using mid servers. I want to use mid server in my so Windows server. See that download mid server as a zip archive. So simply I'll click on this one. I'll check it. Then you can see and the zip file we need to download. These are the zip file means total configurations will come under. So this area because some of the configuration files will be there with this mid server like a supporting files we can call like this. Okay. So that's the reason Linux is a 64-bit, and you can, if you want to download, you can click here, or otherwise Windows zip is also there. You, if you want to just so download the 64-bit one, you can simply click here. Actually, I already downloaded. There is a 64-bit. It takes a little bit time. Okay, so depending on, I think, so depending on your internet facility or something, it will take little bit time. So that's fine. So I already downloaded. That is the Utah version. What kind of the version we are using? I'm using the Utah version. You can see. So I'll show to you where is the version and everything. So here I'm using that Utah version. That's why I already downloaded. There is a Utah version software. See here, this is a Utah version, right? Okay, so that's the reason I already downloaded Utah version Windows this mid servers, right? So 64-bit. Okay, I don't want to just click on this one because again it will download it and it will take little bit time. Okay, so that's the reason I already downloaded. Then after completion of this one, after downloading, so fine. Up to here, it's completed. Now we'll go with the creation of the user because so we need to create one mid server user. Those who are using these mid servers, that people can have some particular roles. That people only have the roles to maintain these mid servers. That's why I need to just go and I need to create a new user. So how to create the new user, you know very well, I hope. So again, I'll show to you. So simply, so click on, I'll type in a left navigator. So users. See that users means in a user administration, users are there. So simply I'll click on the users. So these are all are already just predefined the user records are there. 623 members are their users. But I want to create a new user for our mid servers, right? Okay. So that's why. So simply I'll click on new button. So I think some, yes. Okay. So these are the user ID. What kind of the user ID will be there means I need to use a mid user. I'm using so mid user. I'm using the user ID and first name is a mid and next one is a last name is a user. So for example, like I'm going to give like this name. So then title, no need to just I don't want to give the title and everything. Some simply web service access only. So internal integration user, whatever maybe if you want to give, you can give otherwise. So leave it. So simply I'm going to save this record because I don't want to give all the information. So passwords need to reset is a confirm. Okay, so simply right click on that header and simply save that particular user record, mid user. Okay, so now the mid user has created. Now I need to assign the mid user to a particular role. So some role I'm going to assign to the mid user, right? So that's the reason I'll go to the roles section. Simply I'll click on the roles. I'll see here, you just click on edit button. I think it will take a little bit time, right? Okay, so now here there's a two slash buckets are there, left side and right side, two slash buckets are there. I want to use a mid server role. So that's why I want to just create, I want to use this mid server. Simply I'll type there's a mid in a left slash bucket. See that mid server role is there now. You can simply click on it and you can send to this right side. Then automatically you can save that record. What happening? You can see this mid user is having the mid server role. Now we have so perfectly everything will be fine. Okay, for this reason I'll use a notepad and I will say I'll show all the credentials what we are giving to the mid server role. So what is the username? The username is a mid user, right? So I'll copy that one and then what happened next one? So I'll paste it here and I'll go and I'll so set a password. For example, I need to set password to this particular user. So I'll go and I'll just click on set password. See, generate the password. So it was generated and copy that password and save that password. That's it. I'll paste it here. The password. See, close it. So that's fine. That was completed. The creation of the user. Okay, I'll check and I'll log in this particular mid user as a mid user. So I need to log in. For example, here the what is the credentials like? So system administrator. I'm a system administrator. So my account is there, but I don't want to use my account because so mid user wants to okay log in. So how it will possible? You can see. I'll just simply click on log out. Yes. So now, what the password we copied, that password we need to paste it here, password section. And here we are using the Meet server username. Just copy and we can go and we can paste it here. So simply, I'm going to log in. Right. First time, if I want to enter into that area, so what it will be is a reset password is there. So we need to reset the password. That's why what is the current password we need to provide. So this is the current password. I hope. So this is the password I given. Just copy and we'll go with that. So we'll paste it here. And next one is a new password. For example, new password. I'm giving that. Um, my name I'm going to provide SHIV. Okay, I given the password. Okay, so that is the password I given, and then I'm going to log in. So here you can see what I given the password. Definitely, I need to just keep in my mind because of the reason if you are unable to give these credentials to your So while installation of your mid servers, then you are failing to get the data to your mid servers. That is the reason. See that now what is the account? So the account is a mid user. So see here. So this is the mid user account. See here, mid user account. So everything will be fine. So the user was created, everything will be fine. So good. I'm going to log out here. So then again, I'll go to my admin page. In this admin page, okay, you can see when I'm going to just here, so mid server downloads completed, the installation downloads completed, and then I created, there is a what I created, there is a user I created, I given the roles to the particular user, everything will be fine. Now I'll go to my C drive. Okay, so I need to give that C drive. See, I'll go to C drive. So in my PC, so Windows C drive is there. So I'll open it. I already created mid server folder. If you want to create, simply you can create the mid server folder. No issue. That is not a big issue, right? So mid server folder I already created. Just I will ready to open the mid server. I need to install new mid server, right? So for the reason I want to just create a new folder for that. So create a new folder and give the name of the particular. So what is that? Varshita Education. Varshita Education. So here I given that the mid server name is a Varshita Education. So that's it. This is the mid server name. Okay. So I need to just where I just downloaded that particular Utah version mid server configuration file means already mid server is there here. You can see. So this is a copy of that mid server Utah version. I'll go and I'll go back. So mid server area Varshita Education I'll open and simply I'll paste it here. Okay. So see here, what kind of the things we need to just see. See, this is a zip file. Okay, see here, this is a zip file. I need to unzip it. You can see, mm, extract all. That's it. See, so we are going to extract all the files what we have in a zip. Right. Okay. So it was completed. There is a 100%. You can see here there is a mid server, means Utah version. So it was just downloaded, means that's like an unzipped, right? So now I'll go to this area. This I don't want this one because I need to delete. So I'll just go and I'll open this page, and you can see that the two folders are there. You can open that agent. Okay. So then you can come down and you can see configuration. What it will be there? Configuration is there. So you can simply right click on that configuration, open with a notepad. You can see. So you can follow same steps while you are going to install your mid servers in your local machine. So this is the thing we need to use. So this is the page we need to change some kind of the as per according to our so mid server area. So we can change a little bit. Okay. So see here, what does that means? That is a you need to give your URL. URL is nothing but your website. Like a so your what kind of the PDI you are using. So if they are right to provide the URL like this. See, so this kind of this is a unique one. Each and every URL can try to contain the unique number. Like so 112463. It is not repeated for any other people. So the remaining maybe we are ready to repeat it. So that's why I need to use this one up to here. We can copy. Okay. So we can copy that one and then so we'll go to this area notepad. So what is that? See, this is the area you need to change. So you need to give this instead of this one, we need to paste our URL, what we have. Okay. So we need to just paste it like this. Then after that, so what is the username? Just now I will be taken as a user. Is it right or not? So what the username? You can see already just I already given that is a and one more. See. So mid user. Okay, so this is a username and I'm going to provide this username into this area. So instance username. So I'm going to give this credentials like this. So give the credentials perfectly. If you are failed to give a credentials, it won't get any kind of the result after completion of your installation. So that is very, very important. You can just check it. Okay, and then after that, you can give a password which you given the password to your, so you what does it means, mid user. That password you can give it here. So I just given the password. Okay, okay, I given perfectly. Maybe it can be wrong, then it shows so error, or otherwise that it is not recognizing. That's it. So maybe, so here you can see this is a which kind of the name we need to provide, because for example mid server is just coming into your instance. Then what kind of the name it can write to provide, like a mid server or mid server 1, mid server 2, what kind of the name it can write to show. So that's why what I'm going to say that Varshita Education. Okay, so this name only it can try to show in my servers area, mid servers area. So that's it. Got it? So what I given understood now. So in this area, first of all, you change that URL. So as per your instance URL, you can give, and then after that, mid username you can give here, and then password you can give, and then finally which name you need to keep for your mid server. So after installation, that name you need to provide here. That's it. Okay, this is our wish. Okay, so then after that, you can save it, and you can save it, save, then you can close it. Okay, so fine. So you can close that one. So now you can come to here. So again, I'll open. So again, I'll open this configuration file. Okay, so here in this area, so I already just configured, everything will be fine. So now I need to start my mid servers, because I need to start, then only it can write to effect in your instance. So that's the reason I'll go and simply I'll start. You can see in a start option is there now. In this start option, the file is there. So that is a Windows batch file will be there. You can simply right click on that start, and so click on run as administrator. Okay, so simply click on run as administrator. What will happen, you can see, it will ask that, I think credentials like this, so protected, like a, so it cannot be accepted directly. So run anyway. If I give a chance to run, no issue, right? Run. So then what will happen, you can see, I'll simply click on yes. You can see here what kind of things are there. Service is running. Okay, you can see waiting to stop, some kind of information. So we need to just update it. So after starting the mid server, see that's starting the service now, mid server service. So when it will start, then it will close automatically. See, so I didn't use anything, close button or anything. I didn't use. So then it was directly, it was closed. That's the reason. That's it. Enough. So we don't have any other so configurations again. So it was completed. So mid servers are completed. Really, the mid server is affecting here or not? We can check it here. Again, we'll go to the mid server. Okay, I'll click on servers. See, got it? So previously it was so empty. Now the Varshita Education mid server is looking here. So we already successfully installed my mid server in my local machine. So now, so it is not working now. You can see. I'll open that Varshita Education mid server. So what is the goodness of this so service now? You can see I not given any value. So simply I installed, and just I configured that file. That's it. See, host name, what is that? My laptop name is showing that there is a HP, and IP address it is showing, router address it is showing, network address it is showing, what kind of the host windows, like a work group domain, everything it will be calculating, it will be ready to capture automatically. That is the goodness of this mid servers. See that we don't want to use any kind of issues. Directly it can write to, so fetch the data from the, so our system, like a local machine. See that logged in user is a mid server, mid user. So these kind of every data will be auto populating. So we don't want to create, we don't want to manually, we don't want to edit. For example, if you want to edit your manually, means it's not possible. So automatically you can write to fetch. That is the beauty of the service now, that to mid servers, right? Okay. So it is not validated till now because of the reason. See, what is it validated is a no, means it is not working now. Done. So I want to work. I want to just make it to work. Right. For this reason, simply you can go and related links are there. So simply click on validate button. See, if you just click on validate button, it will ask you what kind of the capabilities we required. What kind of the means mid servers are having some capabilities to finding of a so orchestration files like a IP ranges. We need to provide the IP ranges. For example, you are using one IP address. So you can provide that IP ranges for your particular area. See that allow all applications. Yes, if I don't want to use, for example, my mid server is not for all applications means you can tick untick like this. So if you tick it means all applications it will try to use this mid server. And like a so orchestration side, service mapping, event management, every area we can use this mid server. That's the reason. Okay, this is the option we will provide and allow all the capabilities. What the capabilities means by tomorrow I'll discuss the capabilities. So you don't worry, but so it will accept all kind of the capabilities, whatever it may be capabilities we need to require. So every capability can write to allow in this area and then allow all IP ranges. What is the meaning of the IP ranges? For example, if I'm ready to give a IP range, for example, I given you one particular IP address. So mid server is working only for particular IP address only. So not for the other address. IP address is not configured. So that's the reason. If I give a allow all IP ranges means automatically it will try to get the in a local machine, in a local machine configuration area nearby. How many IP addresses are there? Every IP address it can try to capture. So that is the reason of your mid servers. So simply I will allow all the values. Simply I'll click on save. Then what happening? You can see that. So it is just validating. So it is updating that particular mid server, restarting again. Okay, you can see. So if I write to refresh that particular, so validation is just like a, so it will write to change every time, but I'll refresh it. You can see. So if it is a validated, it's showing as S. See, still it's a validating. Okay, so still it is a validating, and then you can see if any issues are coming. Threads is nothing but any errors or anything. So again, it will show in this area what kind of the errors. We not yet created any kind of the error, but it is showing like this. See, for example, unfortunately, in my C drive, I was deleted. For example, see, I was deleted this Vershida education file. Directly, it will show the result. So it will show the error. Threads it will try to generate because of the reason the configuration file is missing. So that's the reason it can try to provide the mid server is like a automated. Everything will be so automatically it can try to just present. See that still it is a validating only. If you just refresh it two, three times, then automatically it will show validation is S. So still validating. I think it will take a little bit time. Don't worry. But after validating, it's showing as a validated. It's a yes. That's it. Okay. So that's the reason you can see when it was ready to. If you validate it, then only it will start the mid server. See that validated at is a 1 minute ago. See that and validated by who is right to validate this one. Admin is right to validate. So admin is validating this particular. So what does it means with mid server? So that's the reason. So mid servers